All right, we're gonna start picking up the energy a little bit this afternoon, okay? So it is my privilege and honor to introduce a San Francisco native, one of California's constitutional officers and a rising star, the Honorable Malia M. Cohen, California's 33rd State Controller. She is California's chief fiscal officer and has the enormous responsibility of protecting the fiscal integrity of the fourth largest economy in the world, while simultaneously positioning California for continued and equitable economic growth. She also has had ties to our county, and we are so happy to welcome her back to San Mateo County. As California's youngest constitutional officer, she represents what is best about California and is a nationally recognized policymaker and a California changemaker. Please join me in welcoming our California State Controller, Malia M. Cohen.
Hey, ladies, how are you? I am so excited to be here. Thank you very much, Supervisor Corzo. Where are you? Thank you very much. Give a round of applause for this woman. I think we as women do an excellent job of making it look easy, right? Showing up stylish, lashes on, hair done, nails done, everything done, still running the house, still probably doing some cooking and cleaning, keeping our partners and significant others on task, keeping them focused. Who said a woman's work is ever done? So, Supervisor, thank you very much for making it look easy, giving us inspiration to get up and do what we do, and also reminding us that the work matters. The work absolutely matters. Don't ever think that what you're doing doesn't matter or that it's insignificant. Now, before I go on any further, I want to recognize the men that are in the room. Thank you for being here. We need allies in this game. We need allies in this struggle. Thank you for being a great partner. So we got a lot of stuff to talk about today. How much time do I have? Okay. You heard it from the supervisor. He said as much as you want. Okay, so I'm going to be like part lecturing, part preaching, and part uplifting, okay? So I want you to ride with me on this journey because this is truly our moment in time, and we need to just collectively just savor it, okay? So don't rush me. Don't rush me. You already ate lunch. You're feeling good. Now just sit back and go for the ride. Okay, so you heard in the introduction, I'm a native San Francisco. I'm a public school kid. I graduated from Fisk University, which is one of the nation's oldest and most premier HBCU universities in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm really delighted to be here. I also earned a master's degree in public policy and management, but bottom line, I come from the School of Hard Knocks, okay? I want you to know that you're probably thinking like, oh, maybe I'm not so good in math. I barely passed algebra. Listen, money and algebra don't have nothing to do with each other. I'm just going to tell you right now. This conference really is about economic freedom, economic empowerment, and that is exactly what we're here to talk about. So I am your state controller. Thank you to everyone that voted for me. And I'm just going to put a little shout out. Thank you for everyone that will vote for me again in 2026, okay? I'm so grateful. I'm living my life stream. This is my purpose in life. It is to give. I'm learning and I'm receiving information and I'm putting it all back out there, okay? So I want to just recognize all of the other elected women that are in this room. Raise your hands if you are elected. Raise your hands if you have run for office. Okay, now let me see you raise your hands if you're intending to run for office. Okay, every hand should be up in the house. Because when I'm done, you guys are going to be running to the county clerk's office to get your name on somebody's ballot. And if you decide not to run for office, that's okay because we got room for you on boards and commissions because that is where the policy work gets done. So don't think you need a sexy title to do in this place. You don't. You just need to have a strong desire and a will and a commitment and a vision, and that's all it takes. Trust me, I know. So let me tell you about the controller. It's one of my favorite jobs, actually. I started off as a San Francisco supervisor. I did 4 years on the California Board of Equalization and now state controller, which, by the way, it only took 174 years to get a black woman elected. Okay? So this is Women's History Month. I'm standing living history in front of you, ladies. So I need to call that accomplishment out, because it was a team of folks that got me here. So, but as a state controller, my job is to protect and manage the public funds, which is a fancy word for tax dollars, okay? Public funds, money that you work hard for, that you give to the government. Thank you. Thank you. My job is to make sure that we are good stewards, that we're paying attention, that we're having an accurate account of everything that's coming and going. And these are the programs, this is the lifeblood, the energy that flows through and sustains incredible programs like public school and public transportation and the library. You name it, these are tax dollars that are supporting these. It is my team that oversees the books, the budgets, and the audits. Right? The books, the budgets, and the audits. I could rap to that, the books, the budget, the audits. But it's important because some people may think that that's boring or insignificant, but it is an incredibly powerful position to be in, and a game changer, to know where money is being spent, to see where there is fraud and to stamp it out, and to hold people and government and agencies accountable. What's not to love? What is not to love? But my team oversees the books, the budget, and the audit. I just want to put a note that if you got your tax refund last year, anyone get some money from the state of California last year? Yes, you are welcome. I signed that check, you know. That's my signature. That's my name on the envelope, okay? You're welcome. Trust me. When you get a check that's signed by Malia Cohen, it's in full. It's accurate. And it won't be late. So, and those of you that have not paid their taxes yet, it is officially the last minute. Get your together, please, because April 15th is just around the corner. Now, I don't want to be misrepresenting. I, too, haven't finished filing mine. I'm waiting a little bit for the last minute. But it is important, again, for you to remember to file that. That is your contribution, and that's your way of saying, I worked hard for this. You're welcome, California. You're welcome, IRS. But my priority is very, very simple. It's just to ensure that the funds are distributed in a way that serves the people, especially those that have been historically underserved or feeling marginalized. And I think we all know somebody who fits into that category. Because, you know, I'll be honest with you, I ran on this campaign and I fully believe it in my heart is that everyone deserves that California dream. Everybody deserves to thrive in the state of California. As wealthy as California is, Californians deserve to thrive. No one should be suffering, and no one should be going hungry. No one should be uneducated. No one should be hurting. So that is where how I come to the table, with that level of understanding. Now, the second part that I want to talk to you about is how women rule the world. And if you didn't know, you should already know, because Beyonce said it. But I'm here to affirm it for you right now. So we are wrapping up Women's History Month, and it has been a great privilege for me to recognize some of the accomplishments of women from the past that have fought and, frankly, won, who have beat the odds. And you're going to have an opportunity to hear from the legendary, the infamous Dolores Huerta later on today. Now, that is a sister that has fought and has won and keeps fighting. So if you ever think that you're tired, you look at this 90-year-old abuela and you rethink your life. Because she still is in the grind, she still is uplifting, she's still climbing. And so when we talk about equality, we need to think about these groundbreaking, awe-inspiring women and celebrate them. Give her roses today. And that includes the women in your own family, your mother, your grandmother, your great aunt, people who I know probably raised you, probably raising some of your children. So let's be mindful about this legacy that we come from, and more importantly, what we are leaving behind for future generations. And so many of the women in the room now, I just want to say that I am proud of the fact that Women's History Month began in California. Did you know that? right in our neighbor, in Sonoma County. Sonoma County Commission on the Status of Women were the first to declare this a movement in 1987 when Congress officially designated March as Women's History Month. Sonoma County, our own sister county, did that first. And it's hard to believe that it wasn't until 1974 that the Equal Credit Opportunity Act was passed. And get this, it was to allow women to apply for credit cards and loans in their own names. Ladies, 1974, how many of you were around in 74? Exactly. There are enough of us in this space that can remember a time that we couldn't even do it on our own. And doesn't that sound crazy? Is it not preposterous that you still in this day can't even atone about what's going on in your body? So this is an interactive speech. Okay? So I'm coming from the black church tradition, so when you hear something you like, you can snap, you can show me some spirit fingers, you can shout and say amen, you can say I heard that, but I need to know that you are alive and listening because this is for real. We are under attack. I did not come to play games with you. I came to give it to you true. So I'm glad you enjoyed your lunch, but lunchtime is over, ladies. It's now for us to get back to the table and get back to work. Prior to that, married women had to have their husbands co-signed for them. Could you imagine having your husband sign for you? Thank God we've come a little bit. We've come a little ways in 50 years. That's it, in just 50 years. So not only do we have our own credit cards, and girl spending was one of the most powerful economic forces just last year in 2023. That summer was phenomenal, and I like to talk about it because that Eras tour, that Beyonce tour was fire. That Barbie movie, ladies, don't ever let them tell you that women can't sell, that we can't make money, and that pink isn't powerful. Don't believe it. The Taylor Swift and Beyonce blockbuster concert series had a major impact on local and national economies. You remember when Taylor came to, Santa Clara County and shut things down, and VTA was all running all crazy? A woman did that. The economic power that these two ladies have is shaping local economies in just a few nights. Hotels, property tax, hotel tax, transfer tax, Ubers and Lyfts. I mean, just think about it. Yes. Let me tell you about Beyonce. Her tour has had such a success that she was blamed for boosting inflation in Stockholm. Could you imagine trying to get on stage and your mind being heavy like, oh, I don't want to bring inflation to Stockholm? I mean, come on, B. Oh my God, I don't know about you, but I did go to that concert. I want to also note that the U.S. Travel Association noted that the total economic impact for Taylor Swift's Eras tour could and did exceed $10 billion. $10 billion. And each one of these women have stories about how someone told them it wasn't their time, how someone told them it wasn't their turn, how someone said that it won't sell, they won't like that. Look at them. Who's laughing now? The California Center for Jobs and the Economy said that the final 6 nights of the Eras tour in Los Angeles did bring in over $320 million to the city. That's it, just a couple of nights. And I want to talk about that Barbie film. Did anyone see Barbie? That was the biggest movie of the year last year and examined the patriarchy. Now, I love to talk about the patriarchy, particularly how we're going to take it down. Any system that is standing on our neck deserves to fall. So I hope that you will listen and hear that patriarchy crumbling, trembling, because we got a legion of women right here in this room that are going to get ready to take it down. Every day you chip away at it. When you wake up, you think about what can I do to bring down the patriarchy. That's what I do. Right after I finish gluing on my lashes, I'm like, what can I do to you, patriarchy? So the biggest movie of the year examined the patriarchy, the expectations placed on women, and the impossible double standard of being a woman. It raked in over $1 billion, and counting at the box office. So that is what I call girl power. That is phenomenal. So when Beyonce sings, "Who run the world?" She means it. That's what I'm talking about. She means it. So this is just a reminder of things that you already know that you might have forgotten along the way because the patriarchy has suffocated you. But now you are reminded. Now you know your purpose. Now you know what you're going to do when you leave here today. All of these are examples of women taking control of their own stories, owning their businesses. Women are generating a phenomenal profits, and they're bolstering the economy by being true to themselves and singing our life experiences, showcasing it, the real truth of it. There was a time when you wouldn't even see a pregnant woman on television, if you think about it. Now they're everywhere. Imagine that. That means that they're not invisible anymore. Lactating women are not invisible anymore. I mean, this is a really powerful body that we are operating here. I just want you to feel good about what you're doing and the decisions that you're making. You made the right decision by joining us here today and refusing to stay within the patriarchy. Okay, that is the word of today. Down with the patriarchy. I don't want anyone else to ever doubt themselves. They're not pretty enough, they're not tall enough, they're too short, they're too fat, too light, too dark hair, too curly, too straight, too thin, whatever. I'm menopausal, I'm not menopausal, like it doesn't matter. We are here, and we're going to stand strong, and we're going to stand united. We're going to be together. We are going to support each other. We're going to support our businesses. We're going to support helping to raise our children together. We're going to support each other when it comes to just electoral politics and policy initiatives that benefit us and benefit our family. Because when women win, California wins. So here's something that the experts say. They say that women control or influence over 80% of consumer spending. Now, I don't know about you, but I do know how to spend some money. So when you think about it, think about what you have the power to control just in your own household, where you, true story. Shout out to Dolores Huerta. When I was in high school, remember that boycott on Don't Buy the Grapes? That was amazing. That changed the state of California. That gave farm workers empowerment. And it was women's purses that were controlling things. So that is just another reminder of how great we are. But we're not the only ones that are acknowledging our fabulousness. As a matter of fact, there's a significant number of marketers that don't ignore us anymore. Researchers show that corporations with more women in senior positions are more profitable, period. Women on corporate boards make a difference. They have a lasting impact. They're more socially responsible, of course. We're going to keep them accountable. It's like raising children, right? You're like, put that down. I said, put that down. And I said that in my gentle parenting voice, of course. Women are more socially responsible. They provide higher, safer, quality customer service experience, among many other benefits. Companies with the greatest proportion of women on their executive committees earn a return on equity of 47% higher than those with no female executives. So take that, patriarchy. I'm better, faster, smarter, and stronger, and I can dance backwards in heels. Let me tell you a little bit about startups. Startups founded or co-founded by women, they actually garner less investment, but they garner less investment from angel investors, but they generate more revenue. Once again, doing less with more. It's just in us. It's just in us. I'm just here delivering what the facts are. I'm going to synthesize them and give them back to you. Women are significantly better at making financial investments. For every dollar of funding, a woman-founded startup generates 78 cents, while a male-founded startup generates less than half, which is just 31 cents. So that means that we're a better investment. Put your money on us. So if you know a fund or you have friends that have donor-advised funds, encourage them to start to look at innovation and creativity at women that are starting up businesses and corporations, particularly in the tech sector. Because when those businesses win and succeed, we all win and succeed. Our lives will become easier. I want to talk a little bit about economic equality, how we're doing. I've already been up here 15 minutes. Can I go a little bit more? Time check, more? Okay. I'm sorry, you don't count. She got me here. She got me here. She's been the one, she was working with my scheduler. Thank you. But I want to say, despite the progress that I laid out for you, we've made considerable progress, but we still face formidable barriers on the path of economic empowerment. The financial wealth gap is not just about dollars and cents. It's about dignity. It's about opportunity to just compete. And, you know, it's about justice. And for me, it's about justice with a capital J, a proper noun, justice. So it's about a single mother being able to work, a single mother working 2 jobs just to make ends meet. Is that justice? Jobs for justice? I don't know. That doesn't seem right to me. But it's also about a young woman graduating from college with mountains of debt. Statistically, more women graduate from college with more debt. I'm still paying my graduate school debt. Anyone else paying debt off? Yeah. It's about the elderly woman struggling to afford basic necessities, trying to determine should they buy food or medication. And, you know, women outlive men. It's another thing that we win. We're like winning at the game of life. The truth is that women, particularly women of color, bear the brunt of the economic injustice in this country. And they earn less, they save less, they accumulate less wealth than their male counterparts. And while we've made strides in recent years, the gap is stubborn. The gap stubbornly persists, and it's affecting the lives of many women across this incredible nation, but also right here in this room. So what are we going to do about it? I'm glad you asked. Let me tell you as I roll up my sleeves, okay? Because I have a plan. First, we're going to do exactly what we're doing right now. We're coming together, we're convening, we're sharing ideas, we're supporting each other. And we need to shine the spotlight on the problem. We need to talk about it so that it is not in the shadows. We need to amplify the voices of women who are fighting every single day for their rights, for their dignity, and by the way, their right to own their own bodies. I'm happy to come back and talk about that topic on another day. Reproductive rights and freedom, that's its own topic standalone. We need to hold corporations, institutions accountable. We need policies that promote pay equity, provide affordable and quality child care, and ensure access to quality health care. We need to invest in education to empower women to pursue their dreams and to reach their full potential, Ms. Komarty. We also need to support small businesses that are owned and operated by women, particularly women of color, that are often overlooked and, again, undervalued in the marketplace, hence the marketplace right here. So this is just a good time for us. There's one thing that I want to talk about as I close. I want to talk about financial literacy. I want to talk about financial education, because for me, I think that's a game changer. How many of you are investing in some way, shape, or form? Okay, that's a phenomenal showing. A couple years ago, it probably wouldn't have been the case. Certainly in my mother's lifetime, it would not have been the case. But we need to be investing, and not only investing, but investing in education to empower women, empower our children to pursue their dreams so that they are equipped to reach their full potential. So a couple weeks ago, I joined an organization called Californians for Financial Education to announce the submission of signatures to the Secretary of State's office. We collected about 990,000 signatures in support of a ballot initiative that guarantees a personal finance course for all California students prior to high school graduation. I'm excited. It has overwhelming public support, and it addresses educational disparities, ensuring that California students can acquire critical life skills. Just think about how much better your life would be if you actually stuck to your budget. I'm not judging, I'm just saying. what the statistics are. Every California student deserves an equal opportunity to learn essential financial skills like budgeting, like fixing taxes, like understanding their credit score, responsible borrowing, and how to invest and create long-term wealth. That is a game changer. That is the last bastion of where we as women are not in that finance space. So, I see many women, many folks in this room nodding their head. This is an initiative that will be on the ballot. Please vote for it in November. Please. California is long overdue in equipping students with the knowledge and skills necessary to make informed and responsible financial decisions throughout their entire lives. This is a huge priority for me. I think we can all agree that our students, particularly our young girls, deserve this as a part of their overall education. This will level the playing field. Doesn't matter if you are in the Central Valley, in Southern California, the Bay Area, in a rural part, this will be a universal law for all public school educated kids. And this is where I'm going to end my lecture. So, I want to say thank you for just welcoming me up here. Thank you for giving me an opportunity just to say hello and thank you. I love the work that I'm doing. You have given me a gift, and I'm giving it back to you, giving me my 110% every single day. My name is Malia Cohen, and I'm your servant as your controller. Thank you very much. Thank you.